All right, my name is David Pitt, and I am the co-founder at Off Day Trainer. I originally got certified to train clients back in 2002 while playing football in college as a part-time gig to make me a little bit of money during the off season. When my NFL career didn't pan out, I found myself back home and trying to figure out what the heck I was going to do for the rest of my life. And because I had a passion for exercise, I took that job, a full-time gig training, and I learned there that I really enjoyed helping people achieve things that they didn't think were possible, that they didn't think they were capable of. One thing led to another. I find myself in a position where I'm managing a team of 20 trainers, which ultimately led to me opening my own studio. And through these experiences, the concept, the inspiration for Off Day Trainer was born. So some of my role models and mentors, specifically in the fitness industry, I'm one of those Durkinites, right? So me and TD are good friends. But honestly, I have a story like many people where, one of TD's lectures was what inspired me to really pursue this whole training thing as a career opposed to like a part-time gig. So obviously Durkin's I'm a big fan of. I like Pat Rigsby stuff. I like AJ stuff. There's a ton of great experts in our industry. Outside of our industry, I'm a huge fan of Darren Hardy's work. The list goes on and on. I study personal development, but I'll keep it to that for now. So the trends in the industry that I see that are making an impact right now in the past couple of years has been technology, right? I think there's been this resistance in our industry to embrace technology because for so long, technology almost seemed to be trying to replace us as trainers. And I think there's this shift now in how we think that, wait a minute, we're not going anywhere. Right? The technology will never be able to replace us because there's nothing more powerful than a human relationship and a human experience, and technology will never be able to replace that. Instead, we can start looking towards technology to enhance the relationship with our clientele and to really improve our business model by allowing us to automate and scale some of our business best practices. I talk to a lot of people in both worlds, brick and mortar, online, and I think that's a personal preference. I know people who are incredibly successful and absolutely love their brick and mortar and wouldn't have it any other way. I know people in the online space who absolutely, they can't fathom somebody investing in the brick and mortar and the day-to-day operations of maintaining that and keeping that afloat. So I think it's a personal preference, and people are going to gravitate towards what makes the most sense for them. Me personally, I'll tell you what I love about the online thing is there's a massive market there, right? You're not really restricted to the 10-mile radius of your brick and mortar as far as prospects and marketing your services. But I think there's also this big misconception in the industry that if I go online, I can market to anyone in the world, and then this is going to be easy, and so that's something that people need to be aware of as well. But I think technology is huge for our industry, mostly by allowing us to put our brand, put our message in front of more people and the right people, and to create and craft a more effective message, which is huge for business, obviously. And as far as the Off Day Trainer product, I created that, like I said, because my obsession was text messaging. I learned early in my career that the difference between my incredibly successful clients and those who weren't that successful was what they did when they weren't with me. So the other 23 hours a day or the other 4 or 5 days a week, right? So I started obsessing over ways that I could connect with them when they weren't around, whether it be motivating them, holding them accountable, reminding them of their goals and why they're so important, ultimately to try to influence their behavior. And I tried everything. I tried email, I tried social media, I created any and everything that I could do to connect with these people. And the one thing that was consistent, no matter who I was texting, no matter where they were, what they were doing, if I sent a text, I got a response. And really the trigger to this was I would send the emails and people were like, oh, I didn't see your email, or oh, I never check your email. And then I started texting them like, check your email. And then I'm like, why am I doing that? Why don't I just say, run a mile for time and text back your time? And if they don't do it, they couldn't say, oh, I didn't see your text, right? Like, so it forced me to simplify my message because the character count in a text, it simplified what I was asking them to do, and it completely removed any excuse that they can provide me with as to why they didn't get the job done that they were required to do when I wasn't around. Yeah, if I'm giving advice to a trainer who's really trying to take their business to the next level, 6 figures or more, I think there comes a time, and I know from personal experience, there comes a time when you have to find a way to automate and scale what works for you, right? So for me personally, some of my pain points that I experienced as I was achieving growth in my business was I couldn't connect with my clients the way I used to. When I had a few clients, it was very easy for me to treat them all like they were my only client. But when I had a whole bunch of clients, I was making more money than ever, I was training more people than I ever was. But my challenge was I couldn't serve them. Like, I couldn't treat them all like they were my only one, and I started feeling less valuable as a trainer. Understand what it is you want. You know, from my personal experiences, when I did that, when I left the big box gym model and pursued my own gym, I felt like because I had a lot of clients and because I felt like I was good at delivering results for my clientele, that I would automatically be successful in business. And what I learned is I didn't know much of anything about marketing or about, you know, a brand really, and really the systems that are required as a business owner to actually achieve success. You know, I think you need to find a way to show. Let's go back. Let's understand who your ideal clientele is, and everything that your brand represents should speak to those people. And then make sure your message is consistent on what it is that you do and how you can potentially serve them, how you can provide a solution to their problem. Be consistent with all of your messaging in that regard. And then when you're promising those results to your prospects, make sure you over-deliver, right? You know, I'm a huge advocate of treating everyone like they're your only client and providing the best experience as possible. Results are one thing, but I think the experience is everything. You know, in my talk yesterday, I mentioned that people pay for the results, but they stay for the experience, and I truly believe that. You can connect with me on social media. You can search us on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. Just search Off Day Trainer. We'll pop right up there. You can email me at david@offdaytrainer.com. And of course, we have the website. There's www.offdaytrainer.com.